उमापति महादेव की पवन सुत हनुमान की बोल राधा रानी की जय। चलो अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बरहापीडं नटवरवत कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रतवासः कनककपिशम् वैजयन्ती चमाला रन्ध्राणेन रद्धरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दै वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणम् प्राविशति कीर्ति। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः नमस्ते कमलेश यो ब्रह्माण बिरधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश प्रैणोति तस्मै तद्वं देवमान् बुद्धि प्रकाश मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Bhagavat Sumira, it's all right. You know how to join along. Riddhi Siddhi Kata Siddhi Sarana Vadana Vadana Sumira Varamba Madana Kadana Kelaya गणपति कृपालु ज्ञानधारी देहु भूरि देहु मोहि वरदा वरदो भाषा जय शिव आनंद भूतनाथ हरे हरे भक्ति विषय गौर वरण हे ब्रज चंद ब्रजभूषण काटहु भव भय जय 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 जगदीश देवत शेष महिमा अमित भेद भेद जानत केहू मोहि बरदान राधा बजे बरसदा प्रेम भरी चित में काट रहे मोहि चाहिए कछुआ और वस्तु प्रभु जाते बसी रहे मन यह बाकी ये लखुटिया गायन के बाल बाल लिए कर मुरली कर मुरली शीश मुकुट या छवि सोनरा गुरुपद रथ धरि गुरुपद रथ धरि कथा जो सुखदेव निगम कल्पतरो गलितं फलम् शुकमुखादमृत द्रवसहितम् पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुर्मुहुः रसिका भुवि बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की उमापति महादेव की पवन सुत हनुमान की दुर्गा महारानी की राधा रानी की श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, आदरणीय पंडित गण, दिव्य आत्माओं, महानुभाव, मोस्ट रिस्पेक्टेड पंडित्स, पंडित प्रकाश महाराज, पंडित चेत्रा महाराज, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. To our viewers on social media also, Facebook, YouTube, and of course Bhakti TV. A very special Radhe Radhe to each and every one of you, and my naman, my pranam. Again, a very special thank you to Pandit Satyanand Maharaj, the spiritual head of the Satya Ananda Ashram in Nerang, West Trinidad, and producer of Bhakti TV. Thank you, Panditji, for bringing this yagna live. On Bhakti TV, there's so many souls can benefit from this wonderful katha. As we all know, Panditji every year celebrates his birth anniversary by having a yagna, especially Bhagavat Mahapuran Yagna. This is his way of saying thanks to his spirit, to his Ishtadev, Shri Radha Krishna, and to his Guru, Shri Jagat Guru Kripalu Mahaprabhu. In this way, all of us gets to benefit from this wonderful effort of his every year. We indeed blessed to be here, to be joined in listening, in reading and listening to this most wonderful divine scripture called Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. This Bhagavat is translation of Vedas. This is why Bhagavat is called Panchama Veda. Tonight is our sixth night. Panditji keeps saying that he's celebrating his birthday every night. Tomorrow is the culmination of the Yagna. He's saying that he will only cut the cake after all the puja is done for Bhagwan. This is his wish. So we'll be joining with him tomorrow night as we bring this Yagna to an end. And we all will get the benefit of this wonderful 7 nights of listening to this most wonderful divine scripture, Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. We begin tonight's Katha again, once again. Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Ayam hi Shukamapanna Shila Vitta Gunalaya Rutavato Udurdanta Sattvaman Santa Vichitya Guruvan Yati Vivithanam Sushrupiru Ankita Sarvabhuta Suhitatur Bhavaga Susuta Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Bolo Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. एकदा सौवनम याता पितृ संदेश कृत्विजा आदाय तथा आवृता फल पुष्प नीलकुशान ददर्श कामिनां कंचित शुद्रम सह बभुश्रया पीत्वा च मधुमैनेयं मदाघूर्णितनेत्रया राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे बिहारी लाल की। ये कथा बहुत महत्वपूर्ण कथा है, क्योंकि लोग इसमें सुन के भ्रमित होते हैं, ठीक नहीं समझते। लोग कहते हैं कि ये कथा अजामिल की कथा है, 6वें अध्याय स्कंद। आओ, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण कथा, क्योंकि लोग कहते हैं कि अजामिल ने अपने बेटे के नाम लिया और भगवान के लोग के मर गए और भगवान के लोग के भ्रमित है। और कथा जो कहते हैं ठीक कोई समझते नहीं। दिस कथा tonight is very important. This katha is the katha of Ajamil. People are very confused when it comes to this katha concerning Ajamil. They say Ajamil saw he was going to die, and he took the name of his son. He had a little son by the name of Narayan, and thinking he was going to die, he took the name of his son, and because of that he went to Bhagwan's abode. Everybody says that. But is it a fact? No. It's not what's written in Bhagavad. No one reads carefully and takes their time. ये अजामिल ब्राह्मण थे, बहुत धार्मिक, जितेंद्रिय, माता पिता का सेवक, धर्मात्मा। Ajamil was a Brahmin and a performer of dharma. He was dharmic. He followed all the rules and regulations of dharma to the letter. He was very learned. Vedas, Shastra. He understood all the secrets, what to do, what not to do, what is good, what is bad. He served his mother and father. He was a very good husband, very good father. He had his senses under his control. Jitendriya, Bhagavad says, Jitendriya. Meaning he had his senses under his control. एक दिन पिता के आज्ञा से पाक लेकर बन गए। उस समय को दुकानें नहीं थे कि दुकान में जाके खरीद लो, और पूजा करना, संध्या हवन करना तो वन में जाना है। तो वन में गए, फूल फल कुश इत्यादि लकड़ी लेकर वापस आ रहे थे। और वापस आने समय उन्होंने एक दर्शन हुआ। एक शूद्र जो नशे में थे, खूब शराब पिया, नशे में एक वैश्य के साथ रमन कर रहे थे। इसको देखकर कुछ हुआ अजामिल। This very great, dharmic and very knowledgeable Brahman, Ajamil, taken once the father has given him instruction to go to the forest and collect things to do puja. It's not like now. You want things, you go to the store and buy it. Samagri, fruits, etc. This is ancient time. So when you have to do puja, you have to go to the forest and get everything. So taking the instruction of his father, he went in the forest, collected flowers, fruits, kush grass, sticks, etc. to perform the havan, the puja. So taking all these things and he's returning home, And he saw something. He saw a very low person, Shudra, intoxicated. He drank a lot of alcohol. And he was having a relationship with a prostitute. Some people don't like me to use this word, but I don't know which other word to use. This is what the script, Vaishya. Vaishya means prostitute. Gandhika. If I say the word in Sanskrit, you won't understand. So he saw this thing and something happened to him. He got so attracted by this Vaishya. Because in that relation with this drunken person, and she had drunk also, her clothes had come undone. Parts of her body were shown. You have to be careful. This is what's called kusang. Maya, kusang. Now imagine such a high person, dharmic, and he had his senses under his control, yet one moment of kusang. So there are two things, kusang and susang or satsang. In Sanskrit the word ku means bad. Sang means association. So kusang means bad association. Things which can destroy our devotion, take us out of control, take our mind away from dharma, from Bhagavan, from righteousness. This is a kusang. What we hear, what we see, what we smell, what we taste, and what we touch. 5. Anything which takes our mind away from dharma, from righteous path, from Bhagavan, is a kusang. And susang or satsang, association, especially with the saint, with divine entities, which takes us to Bhagavan. One moment, and he lost control, he forgot everything. सब धर्म को भूल गए कि अच्छा कौन क्या है, बुरा क्या है. What is good, what is bad, सब कुछ भूल गए. Imagine, he had his senses. We in the world, we don't have our senses under control. He had his senses under his control. Yet, that kusang, that moment of kusang was so strong, he forgot everything. What is right, what is wrong. सब कुछ भूल गए. और पत्नी, बच्चे, माता, पिता सबको छोड़ दिया और उस वेश्या के पास गए. उस वेश्या के पास, वेश्या ऐसे ही है, जो भी आएंगे तो साथ लेंगे, इसलिए वेश्या. He left his mother and father, he left the wife, children. He had a very wonderful Brahmani wife. A wonderful nature, not quarreling, very sweet nature. He left her, he left the children, left mother and father, and he went with this prostitute. Prostitute is prostitute, that's why it's prostitute. Anyone comes, she'll go. Agar if they were to give what she wants, give her everything she wants, give her money, etc. And so Ajamil promised, sab kuch dunga. I'll give you everything. Sab kuch. I'll give you everything, he said. Let me stay with you, let me live with you like husband. You don't have to go to anyone else. आओ किसी के पास मत जाओ. जो भी चाहते मैं दे दूंगा. So he promised her, look, you don't have to go to anyone else. Everything I'm going to give you. Live with me like my wife. Be my wife. And to support her needs, of course, he started to steal from his mother and father to begin with. अब वो माता पिता का इतना बड़ा धार्मिक सेवक, he was such a great follower of serving his mother and father, now he started to steal from them. Mata Pita se chhod to support this prostitute. Ab usko nahi milte, he started to gamble. But he could not get any more from them. He stole everything. Sab kuch le liya. He started to gamble, steal, cheat. This is a prostitute, very low person. So she would eat meat, drink alcohol. He started killing animals. Pashu ko marne lage. Brahman or Dharmatma. He is a Brahman or Dharmatma. Topmost follower of Dharma. But because of this kusam, bad association, and having fallen for this Vaishya, he forgot everything. Now he is killing animals, doing the worst things, just to satisfy her every एक दिन अचानक वो कुछ ऐसे लेटे थे, आराम कर रहे थे. One day he was resting peacefully. अचानक एक दृश्य देखा. उन्हें देखा यमदूत उनके पास आ रहे हैं. One day he was resting comfortably at home with this. He had also having relation with this prostitute. He had children with her also, many. He had children with his first wife, but now he had children with this prostitute also. So he was lying very comfortably one day, and suddenly he saw the Yamduts. According to Garu Puran, etc., when we are about to die, we will acquire a vision that we don't normally have. We will see things that we can't normally see. You will see the Yamduts. Yamdut means messengers of death. Yamraj doesn't come. The Yamduts come. Yamraj comes for divine entity. Like when Bhagavan Sri Ram, he said 11,000 years, you all know the Katha, Ramayana. Yamraj came. Not to command. Yamraj cannot command, neither Bhagavan nor saint. But Yamraj will come that time only. So he said to Sri Ram and Maharaj, look, मैं आपका सेवक हूँ, I'm your servant. He bowed, he put his crown on the ground and bowed to Sri Ram. I'm your das, your servant. I can't command you. But 11,000 years you came for, maybe you forgot. So it's my duty to come and remind you that the time you have come in this world for, it is finished. I can't tell you go. If you want to stay more, it's fine. Neither Bhagavan or saint will stay. The amount of time they have come for, they will only that amount of time and then leave. But Yamraj comes to remind. This is a duty. He's a servant. I'm not commanding, he says. You know Ramayana. He says to Prabhu Sri Ram, hey Swami, oh my Lord, my Master. It's just my duty to remind you. If you want to stay longer, I can't tell you no. This is my duty to come and just tell you this, and that's all. So Yamraj will come when Bhagavan or saint, those who have attained Bhagavan, will leave. Worldly souls like us, Yamduts come. The messengers of death. He sends his messengers. And we will see them, and they are very terrifying. And the description of these Yamduts is given in Garuda Puran. You're going to get so scared. Unless you're totally detached from the world, because we are attached to this material world, nobody wants to die. When we see the Yamduts come in, what happens that time? The life force tries to hide in the senses. We don't want to die, in other words. And then the life has to be taken out with great force. Great force. That's why in the Garuda Puran it says, the pain at the time that we experience at the time of death, they say what, 10,000, they can bite the sting of 10,000 scorpions. As an example. 10,000 bichu, काटने से. There's a certain amount of pain we can bear, and then you become unconscious. Two things. Happiness, sukh, or dukh. एक सीमा है. There's a limit we can bear, and then you can't take anymore. Someone who's a lot of money, he wins a lotto, $1 million, jai ho. Someone is very poor. He can't even get a meal for a week, and he wins a lotto, 1 million. Oh! He falls on unconscious. Huh? Same thing with pain. You take a bamboo, hit somebody, one bamboo in the head, he falls unconscious. Somebody you have to hit 3 bamboo in the head. So we have a limit. Everybody has a different limit of the pain and pleasure. We can tolerate, and then you become unconscious. Before dying, we become unconscious. Behosh ho jate. Having become unconscious, can anybody say Ram or Krishna or Durga or Hanuman? No one can take God's name, material soul. Impossible. Before dying. Because you become unconscious. Before you haven't died as yet, you become unconscious. Only a saint, only one who has attained God, whether he chooses to or not, he can take God's name. Yes, it's a fact. One who takes God's name at the time of dying, he goes to Bhagavan. Because somebody says, my father, he said Ram, Ram, and he died. No, he didn't die yet. There's a point after the Ram, Ram, he becomes unconscious. He didn't die yet. And then after that, he can't say anything because he's become unconscious. So what makes this pain? The more attachment we have in the material world, the more pain we are going to experience, because the more we'll fight not to die. Now somebody who's totally detached, इसके किसी को और किसी चीज में आसक्ति नहीं है. He has no attachment for any person or object in the world. अब यमदूत देखने लगे, he sees the यमदूत, जय हो महाराज. You two guys took so long. कोई डर नहीं. There's no fear. He has no fear. Because he doesn't identify with this. And he has no attachment for the world. एक शरीर गया, एक और मिलेगा. वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णा नन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. Chapter 2 verse 22 Gita. Just as a person takes out clothes he has worn and discards it after some time and puts on others that are new, in the same way the embodied soul discards bodies and takes a new one. The person of knowledge, he has realized I am the soul, Atma, I am not the body. Jnani bhugate jnanate मूर्ख भुगते रोय. So the wise person, he knows that death and disease are an inevitable part of life. And I don't die, this dies. I'm not body. ये ज्ञान आ गया. Does not saying I am the soul. Realizing. That person goes in samadhi. This is called self-realization, Atma Gyan. You realize I am the soul, Atma. The person that's not even God realization. Just Atma Gyan, self-realization. that person goes in samadhi, transcendental, in a trance, divine trance. The happiness experienced by such a person, no happiness in the world can compare. It is so high that he thinks I have attained everything. But there's another Maya. He's only crossed one. Bhagwan Shri Ram says to Lakshman in the Ramayana, Tehi kar bhed self-realized Atma Jnani, he crosses avidya maya, rajogun tamogun. But he cannot cross vidya maya, sattvagun. Guna varika maya. So rupa varika maya he crosses. Guna varika maya, he has to do bhakti. Bhagwan Shri Krishna makes it very clear in the Gita. Daivi yesha gunamai mama maya duratyaya mame vaye prapadyante maya metantarantite. Chapter 7 verse 14. Only the one who completely surrenders to Shri Krishna, bhakti, can become free from gunavadika maya, vidya maya. But still, the happiness is so great. So only such a soul was not identified with the body anymore. There's no fear of any yamdoot, pamdoot, any kind of doot. We, the worldly souls, and the more attachment we have, the more we're going to, there's more pain in taking that. We don't like to hear these things. That's why if you have Bhagavat Mahapuran Yagna, you have two people who will come. What did you always say, Swami, come and do Bhagavat Mahapuran? I said, nobody will come. Right? Nobody wants to hear about this. We get scared. We do wrong things, but we don't want to hear that what will happen. Eh? Nobody wants to hear. This is a fact. We can't run from the truth. Eh? We can't run from the fact. We can close our ears and I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear. Doesn't mean you get away from it. So, Ajamil ने देखा यमदूत आने लगे. वो जान लिया क्योंकि ज्ञानी थे. He knew because he was a jnani also. This means death is coming. Seeing them. So the smallest son he had with his Vaishya, he had put the name Narayan. Sabse chote, beta. The smallest, Dular ke beti. He says, the pet child. He was very attached to the smallest. And he had put the name Narayan. So thinking he was going to die, he started Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Calling the son, not Bhagwan. And according to the Bhagavat, when he did this, Vaha Vishnu do die. Vishnu do. So there was a big conversation here now between Yamadut and the Vishnu Dut. It's long, Katha. about dharma and what is right and what is wrong. Very long katha, we're not going to go into that. So, the Vishnudut is saying to the young dudes, Inko chhod do. Leave him. And the young dude said, why? He took Bhagwan's name. But the young dude says, this guy has done so much wrong things. He abandoned his mother and father, he stole from them. He abandoned his wife, Brahmani, very sweet nature, and children. It's not that she was very argumentative and, very sweet nature. He stole, he gambled, he cheated, he killed animals, innocent creatures, to satisfy this Vaishya. But yet, the Vishnudut is saying, no. The bhajan is saying, oh man, oh dear one, look at yourself, your face in the mirror, Darapan. Take some time, truthfully look and see how many good deeds you've performed and how many bad things you've done. Be honest to yourself. Think carefully as to what you've done. Have you ever thought, really, sit down and thought about it seriously for a moment, Palabharami, for a moment, don't lie about the action, the story of your life, what you have done in this lifetime. Have you sat down for a moment and thought seriously? Just think about it. And think about all the dark spots you have accumulated. The wrong things we have done. Don't deceive yourself. Dhoka mat do apne ko. It's not going to bring any this kind of hypocrisy, lying to ourselves. It's not going to bring good result. Don't deceive yourself. All this evil the altar of evil is not going to last forever. Think carefully. It is all going to face us one day. Mukhra dekh le prani zara darpan mein dekh kitna punya hai kitna paap teri jeevan mein dekh darpan सोचे प्राणी क्या है कर्म अभी तो पल भर सोचे प्राणी क्या है कर्म पता लगाए Yeah. मुझको धोखा मुझको धोखा दे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अब ये विस्तार हुआ झगड़ा विष्णुदूत और यमदूत के बीच में। This quarrel took a long time. Argument on what is right, what is wrong. And they saying, क्योंकि उन्हें नाम लिया भगवान का। One thing we have to understand, Bhagwan's name is so powerful. That's why we should always take the name of Bhagwan. But there's a way we have to take it. Thinking about Bhagwan. Remember, Ajamil taught about his son, Puttu. He didn't think about Bhagwan. God is sitting in the name. नाम नाम कादि बहुधा निज सर्व शक्ति तरतार पिता नियमिता स्मरणे न काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशमिहा जनिनानुरागः। Gauranga Mahaprabhu in the Shikshastra, he says, Hey Shri Krishna, you have so many names. Namna Makari Bahudha, uncountable names. And you are so merciful, you have taken all your powers and put in the name. Naam mein baith gaya. He's sitting in the name. Plus, you have made no rules when it comes to taking the name. Which direction you should face, east, west, north, south, what kind of clothes you should wear, whether you should take a bath, what time of the year is a good time, is a bad time. ऐसा कोई नियम नहीं. There's no rules when it comes to taking God's name. Anywhere, any place, you can sit in the toilet and chant Radhe Radhe, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Any direction. You didn't wait for a whole month, chant. Puja, you have, there's a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to karma kand. Karma kand. But when it comes to bhakti, when it comes to chanting the name of Bhagwan, no rules. There's one mantra. Two pandits are sitting here in front of me. Anytime there's some puja, somebody called Panditji once a year to do this puja in your home, to something. At least once a year I should do a puja. Lakshmi puja, Ganesh puja, some puja, Hanumanji. Or on some special occasion, there's a wedding or something. So for that puja, the very first thing the Panditji does, give you some water in the hand. And then he says, he tells you sprinkle the water and he says this mantra. Very simple mantra, not Ved, Padma Puran. Apavitra pavitro va sarvasthangato piva yasmare pundarikaksha sabahya bhyantara suchi. Padma Puran. What does this mantra say? Apavitra pavitro va. Pavitra means pure, clean. Whether someone is pure, clean or unclean, impure. Apavitra pavitro va. Sarvasthanga piva. Wherever that person is, whether he's sitting in the mandir, he's in the road, in the ram shop, in the toilet. Where am I? Yasmare Pundarikaksha. The moment he remembers Pundarikaksha, who's Pundarikaksha? Sri Krishna, Bhagavan. Sabahya Bhyantara Suchi. He becomes pure on the inside as well as outside. Now, is there a third place to make pure? Just think about Bhagavan and you become pure. भगवान के उनके सुमिरन करो, स्मरण करो. Remember Bhagavan, think about Bhagavan. Don't take the name like a parrot. Etadrishi tava kripa Bhagavan mamapi. My Lord, your mercies, your graces to the highest limit. But Durdaivami dishamiha janinanurakah. My misfortune, Durdaiva, is also to the extreme in that I do not have love. Anurag means love. I don't have love for taking your name. People like to sing all kind of craziness, Ram till I dare and all kind of things. Tell them chant Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Oh, but so boring. Radhe, 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 Radhe. I'd sing something. Chutney, oh, start. Last night, people, Panditji was singing such a beautiful bhajan and everyone danced. Maybe Panditji had started to sing a chutney, well. Huh? Because you don't have love at that. You see, that we don't have that knowledge, that faith, that God is sitting in the name. When we say Radhe, Radha Rani is sitting in the name. You say Krishna, Sri Krishna is sitting in the name. That faith, that belief. If somebody can say one name of Bhagavan, one Sri Krishna, with a faith, 100% that Sri Krishna is in the name, you will see Krishna. We don't have that faith, that belief. We have to bring that, practice that. So powerful is, that's why the name is so powerful. There's no amount of sin anyone can commit that even one name cannot destroy completely. Ek naam bas, one Radhe. If we do it in the right way, that faith, ये विश्वास, ये faith. तो विष्णुदूत जीत गए. Time is going. The Vishnudoots, they won. The Yamdoots, they left from there. They ran back to Yamraj. There was another discussion between the Yamdoots and Yamraj, another Katha. See, the Yamdoots had left. Ajamil became very happy, bahut khush ho gaye. So he's about to raise now and thank the Vishnudoot. Before he could say anything, they disappeared. Wo bhi andar dhar ho gaye. They also disappeared from there. अब अजामिल ने सोचने लगे कि क्या ये कोई स्वप्न था? मैं स्वप्न देख रहा था कि ये जो मैंने देखा ये सही है. यहां लिखा विमुख तमिमं बंध मविद्या काम कर्मजम सर्वभूत सुहृच्छांतो मैत्र karuna atmavan. He was wondering, did I see it? This is a dream? ये स्वप्न था? Or was this real? ऐसा सोचा. अब तुरंत उनके मन में वैराग्य आ गया. Ajamil did not die. Nowhere is written here as he died. मरे नहीं. विरक्त हो गए. He became totally detached from that prostitute also and the children. Even Narayan, that little the one that was the pet, Dular ke bete. Totally detached. It's written here now very clearly. Iti jatu smirvedaha. Listen carefully. Iti jatu smirvedaha Kshana Sangena Sadhushu Ganga Dwarupeyaya Sarva Mukta Sarvanubandhana. 6 Canto, 2nd chapter, 39 verse. Very clearly written here in the Bhagavad. It says, Ajamil became totally detached from everyone and everything. Virat ho gaya. All the knowledge, remember he was very knowledgeable. Dharmatma, he knew the Vedas, the Puranas, he knew the scriptures. He was very high soul. That's the moment of kusang, but you have to be very careful of kusang. Bad association. If you want to be a spiritual person, you have to be very careful. The knowledge came back. Ajamil thought, what have I done? Kya kiya? And Kshana sange sadhushu. A moment, what caused this? A moment association with the sadhu. Sadhu means sant, same, the Vishnu root. That is the real satsang. That's why satsang is so powerful. But satsang doesn't mean somebody singing somewhere and you go, that's satsang. That's what we think. Huh? Tusiraji says in Ramayana, I can't sing Ramayana, time will discuss about it. But Binu satsang viveka na hoi, Ram kripa Binu sulabha soi. Only when we do satsang, we'll acquire true knowledge. Sat means sant, saint, divine. Sang means association. When we associate with a true saint, a true divine entity, only then we'll acquire true knowledge. And how are we going to get our association? Ram kripa binu sulabha soi. Only when Bhagwan will shower his grace. How do we meet a true saint, a true guru, the Sadguru? You don't meet guru, true guru like that. Later on in the Ramayana, later on Bhagwan Shri Ram is speaking to the residents of Ayodhya. Uttarkand of Ramayana. Ek baar Raghunath bulaye, Guru Dvij Purvasi sab aaye. Once, in 11,000 years, once, the Lord Shri Ram called everyone in Ayodhya and he gave a lecture. Ek baar. It's one of the greatest, very short, he didn't speak very long, but the highest philosophy in that lecture. And one of the things he said, Punya punja binu milahi na santa, sat sangati sanshriti kar anta. How do we get association with the saint, the true guru? Punya punja. Punya means spiritual deeds, spiritual merit, devotion. And punj means a huge storehouse. When we have accumulated a huge storehouse of devotion, spiritual merits of many, many lifetimes, many thousands and thousands of lifetimes, Bhagwan showers his grace and we meet the true guru, a true saint. Or Sata Sangati Sanshriti Kar Anta. And only when we do that association with the true saint, our attachment for the material world will come to an end. Very clear, Sri Ram is saying, you can go and read it, I'm telling you where it is. He gave lecture once. He's saying to the residents of Ayodhya. And this one, this not a chopa I'm making up. There are two pundits sitting here. And nowadays you have Ramayana in English. You can read for yourself. You might think, oh, he made up his chopa. No. Ramayana is not story. People just think, oh, it's a story. Tulsidas says, this Ramayana has all the Upanishad. Every Everything is in this Ramayana. But how to take it out? All we know is a story. This fella, this king didn't have children. He did a yagna and he got children. Then they got married, and then he had 3 wives. One got angry, jealous. He asked for a boon, banished. One was banished into the forest. A Rakshas came and stole his wife, kidnapped his wife, and there was a war. And then after 14 years came back, and that's the whole story. Okay. But that's not the Ramayana. Ramayana. That bridge that takes you to Ram. To Bhagavan. Everything is in the Ramayana. Everything is there. So, it's very clear here. Ajamil did not read carefully Bhagavat. And this verse you can check for yourself. 6 Canto, 2nd chapter, 39 verse. Write it down, take it. These lectures are there. You can go in on the Chaitrams, it gets for 30 days at least. You can go back and check the number. There's a moment's association with the saints. Ksanasangeshu sadhushu, he became mukta sarvanubandhanaha, totally detached from all. And he went to Ganga Dwari, what is called Haridwar. The place called Haridwar, Ganga Dwari. He went to Haridwar. And there he went to a beautiful temple of Bhagwan, and he did bhakti for 1 year. 1 saal tak bhakti ki. He did a real bhakti now, for 1 year. Now he had become totally detached. It's very easy to attach to Bhagwan when you become totally detached. About pyar se Bhagwan's ki bhakti ki. With great love and devotion, he did bhakti for 1 year. And now only the Vishnu Doot came. No Yam Doot comes. Only the Vishnu Doot came. And there Ajamil left that body that he had, this worldly body, and he was given a divine body. Like the messengers, just like Bhagwan. And he was put in a divine chariot and taken to the abode of Bhagavan. This is what is written in Bhagavad. So Ajamil didn't die by saying Narayan and he went to Bhagwan. He did bhakti. That incident happened to bring him to his senses. Whether he was asleep, whether he dreamt it, or it happened. But the moment association with the saints, Vishnu Doot means saint. Divine entities from Bhagwan's abode, the saint. Just a small association, so great is the association, is the real satsang. Total detachment. He became totally detached. Bhakti came. He left and he went, and as I said, Haridwar, which is called Haridwar today, did bhakti for 1 year, and then he went to Bhagwan's abode. There's much more, but time is limited, so I'll end the katha here tonight. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Siyavar Ramchandra ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Durga Maharani ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Srimad Satguru Sarkar ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.